entire series, and we are just so pleased that our alumni have responded to all these programs. We are so excited to introduce our presenter this morning. Welcome, Michele. Michele Brearley is a JCU grad from the class of '93. She is a Senior R&D Manager at Hyland Software in Westlake, and she's been a certified yoga instructor for the past several years. Michele's home studio is Cultivate Yoga Space, and that's located in Avon, right, Michele?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Cultivate Yoga Space is really unique. It aims to bring the practice of yoga to the underserved communities of Greater Cleveland and beyond, to help extend the practice of yoga to everyone. And a portion of their profit goes to support their nonprofit affiliate, Cultivate Yoga. So due to the pandemic, Michele is currently instructing yoga classes online every Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning until the studio reopens. If anyone would like additional information on her classes, you can feel free to contact me at alumni@jcu.edu, or you can visit her website, cultivateyogaspace.com. I will also list that in the chat feature. And also feel free to ask any questions during the session in the chat feature, or you can also email me directly. As I just said, Michele is live in Kelly's Island, Ohio. So I'm going to hand it over to Michele right now. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today. I'm very excited. I've been teaching yoga for about 3 years now, and I have never had 60 plus people in my class before that are signed up today. Only because even at the studio, we only can support about 45 people. So this is very exciting for me as well. And also to be at Kelly's Island is amazing. So hopefully you guys can hear a little of nature and the waves. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. If you can find your way down to a seated position if you're not already. The one thing about having 60 people in the class, I'm not going to be able to see you very well because you're very tiny on my screen, but if you're having any issues, I'll give you, as we start out here, I'll give you a couple poses. And so if you're new to yoga, you can always drop into these simpler poses and just take a. So let's go ahead and get started. Find your way in a seated position. You can either be cross-legged or kneeling. Close your eyes. Lengthen your neck, put a smile on your face because this is exciting, taking some time out of your busy day for you. Self-care is so important. Take a big breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Continue breathing, nice big breaths. As we go through our practice today, I'm going to be reminding you to breathe. We find that through our day, it's something automatic that our body does. But if we take some moments to take some deep breaths throughout our day, you can really calm your nervous system down. And right now, as we're going through this pandemic, there's nothing we need more than a little more stress-relieving breath. Inhale and bring your arms up overhead, reaching for the sky. Exhale, bring your hands together and drop them down in front of your heart center. And let's set an intention for our practice today, how you want to show up on the mat, and how you wish to show up in the rest of your day. Inhale, arms come up overhead, reaching up, take your gaze up. Don't drop the head all the way back, just a nice little extension in your neck. Exhale, bring your right hand behind your glute and your left hand to your right thigh. Looking out over that right shoulder. When you inhale, lift up and lengthen. And in your exhale, go ahead and twist a little more. Inhale, come back to center, both arms up overhead. Exhale, and let's take that over to the left. Left hand behind the glute, right hand to the left side, and twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, come back to center. Arms back up overhead. Exhale and fold forward over the folded legs. With each inhale, you're going to feel your back kind of puff up a little bit. And then exhale, sink a little lower. Big, long inhales, long, slow exhale. Inhale and come all the way up, back to that seated position. Now take your gaze over to the right. Now we're not twisting our abdomen, it's staying straight and pointing forward. We're just twisting the neck to the side. And then take your gaze over to the left. Remembering those big breaths in, and then exhale. Come back to center. Lower that chin down to the chest. Feel the extension in the back of the neck. Take the gaze up to the sky. Come back to center. And then just roll your head over to the left. Kind of drop the ear down to the left shoulder. Roll the chin down to the chest and over to the right. Come back to the left. Our left ear is leaning down to our left shoulder. Inhale and lift the right arm up overhead, nice and high. And then let it drop to the side slowly, and you're going to feel that extension down the right side of the neck. Come back to center, hand returns to your lap. We're going to drop our right ear down to our right shoulder. Feel that extension. Left arm comes up to the sky. And then slowly drop that left arm down. Starting our practice out with some stretching of muscles that normally contract while we're sleeping. Bring that left hand back to your lap, straighten your neck up. And then we're going to lean forward and coming into a tabletop position. Your hands will be directly below your shoulders and your knees will be directly below your hips. With your flat back like you're a table. Give those shoulders a roll. Feel free to wiggle the hips side to side. And just roll around, keeping the hands and the knees down in the mat. Circles, and then kind of go the other direction as well. Loosen up those hips a little, loosen up the shoulders. Inhale and take your right arm up to the sky, lifting high. Left hand and both your knees are still down on the mat. And then we're going to take the right hand and thread it under the left. Your right shoulder comes down to the mat. And your forehead comes down to the mat. If you feel really balanced and you're more advanced in your practice, you can float your left toes back to the back of the mat. Go ahead, replace your left knee down. Unthread that needle, bring your right hand back up to the side. Reaching high. Right hand comes back down to the mat to that tabletop position. Send your left toes back to the back of the mat. And then roll open, lifting the left arm to the sky for a supported side plank. Try not to dump all your weight into this right hand. You should be balanced between your right hand and your right knee. Arms are stretching nice and wide. Feel that in your shoulders. Now we're going to move into a gate. Engage your abdomen. Bring that core in tight. Lift the left arm high. Come up off the mat. And then switch arms. Left comes down, right goes up. Reaching high again. With your left hand, you can bind and grab that right hand. Your gaze is up to the sky. And then cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Return the knee back into that tabletop position. Drop the chest, lift the chin to cow as you inhale. Exhale, tap that back and keep back at your belly button. Go ahead and take a couple cows and pats. Really exaggerate the bend in the back. And then come back to center. Wiggle your knees out a little wider on your mat so that they're at the edge of the mat. Drop your glutes back over your heels. Your forehead comes down to the mat. Arms are extended long for child's pose. This is one of those poses that I talked about at the beginning of class. Anytime you need a little breather, drop down into this pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. And just take a big breath in. And a big exhale, opening that mouth wide. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up to that tabletop position. Lifting the left arm high to the sky. Then take the left hand, thread it under the right. Left shoulder comes down to the mat, and left forehead comes down to the mat. And just feel that shoulder stretch. Like on the other side, if you want to float your right toes back, nice and balanced. Bring the right knee back in, unthread the needle, left hand goes up to the sky. Return the left hand down to the mat. I'm going to flip around just so you don't have my back to you. Send the right toes back to the back of the mat. Lift the right arm up to the sky, opening up to that supported side plank on the other side. Stretch that arm up high. I always tell people, like, pretend there's a rope up there. You're reaching for that rope. You can almost grab it. Engage the core. Lift up as you're reaching for the rope. Drop the right arm down. Lift the left up to gate. Nice and strong. You can bind. The right hand grabs the left. Pulls that stretch a little deeper. Excellent. Cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Return that right knee down. Drop the chest. Lift the chin to cow. Exhale, pat your back. Keep back at your belly button to cat. Go through a couple cat-cows. Exaggerating Inhaling as you drop that chest down, lifting the chin. Exhale as you go into cat. Keep those shoulders a little long. Come back to that neutral spine. Roll your toes under and lift your hips up to down dog. Your ears should be between your biceps. Hips are nice and high. Heels are making their way down to the mat. We're going to walk our dog. Take a generous bend in your left knee and press your right heel back, keeping those ears between the biceps. Switch, bend your right knee, send that left heel back, and then just go back and forth a little bit. Stretch out those quads, the hamstrings, other muscles that can be engaged while you're sleeping. Come back to down dog. The hips are nice and high. Ears are between your biceps. Inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees, and then step your feet to your hands. And just hold for a moment. Have a micro bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Glutes are engaged. Neck is long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root, drop your bucket down, bend those knees. We're going to root here and then kind of shoot on up into extended mountain. Hands are overhead. Core is pulled in tight. Legs are engaged. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Come back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Big breath in. And exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead, extended mountain, reaching. Exhale, swan dive down, touch your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long neck. Exhale, plant your hands down on the mat, step back to plank. And we're going to do our first vinyasa. Lower down your knees. Bring the chest down to the mat and then your chin. Inhale, lifting the chest up to cobra. My legs are engaged, knees are lifted off the mat. Curl the toes under, lift your hips up to down dog. We're going to go through that one more time. Inhale, up on your heels, lift your heels up. Bend the knees, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root, drop your bucket down. Rise all the way up, arms overhead to extended mountain. With your right hand, grab your left wrist. Pull that left arm up first and then drop over to the right. Come back up to center. Left hand grabs the right wrist, pull up first, then drop to the left. Come back to center. Engage your glutes. Drop your arms down to a cactus and back bend. Engaging the glutes is going to protect your low back. Inhale, rise up, reach up high. Swan dive down, touch your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. And then lower down, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Legs are nice and long and pointing. Roll the toes under. Exhale, lift up to down dog. Nice and strong. At any time, you can lower down into that child's pose. Take a breather. Inhale, lift your heels up. Bend your knees and step forward. And from here, we're going to stay in our forward fold for a little bit. Your hands can grab opposite elbows. Your feet are about hips distance apart on the mat. And then take your arms and sway them from the left over to the right. Feel the weight disperse from the left foot over to the right and back again. Inhale, halfway lift, that flat back, neck is long. Exhale, plant the hands down at the mat and send the left foot all the way back to the back of the mat for a low lunge. Leaving your left hand on the mat, lift your right hand to the sky for a twist. Bring the left hand down to the mat and slowly lift your abdomen up in your chest. Come up to crescent lunge. But you're up on the left toes. Right foot is planted flat on the mat, facing forward, and your gaze is forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring their hands to heart center. And then twist over to the right, opening up, spreading those wings. Bring the hands back to heart center. Drop them down to the mat, back into that low lunge. And from here, you're going to kind of launch off of that left foot and come up into splits. Right foot is flat on the mat. Left leg is lifted, hands are down. Slowly lower that left foot to meet the right. And we've come back into that fold. From here, let's try a different hand position. Take your peace fingers, your first and your middle fingers. Grab your big toes and give yourself a tug down. Pulling that chest into your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, long neck. Exhale, plant your hands and send that right foot back to the back of the mat for a low lunge on the other side. Nice and strong. Balance between the 2 feet. Leaving your right hand down, lift your left arm to the sky for a twist. Left hand comes back down to the mat. Center your chest and lift up to crescent lunge. Right foot is pointed forward. Both of the hips are pointed forward. Right foot is in the back, up on your toes. Arms overhead. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And then turn to the left. Spread those wings. Nice twist. So strong. Inhale, come back to center. Drop the hands down, framing that left foot. And then we're going to launch forward, coming up off of that right. Balance on the left foot. Right leg is out straight, parallel with the earth. And then slowly lower the right foot down beneath the left. In that fold, take your hands, reach them back behind the shins, and tug forward, pulling that chest into the thighs. Getting comfortable with a different perspective, bringing upside down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, touch down. Inhale, drop your bucket root. Rise all the way up to extended mountain, arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Ground yourself. Come back to your intention. Inhale, arms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, touch your toes. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back to plank. And we'll flow through again. You can lower down, or you can drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, lift that chest up to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Go ahead and walk your dog out again. Generous bends in the knee. Hips reach up. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. You're balanced between your two hands and your left leg. Pick the knee up and open up the hip. Your knee should be the highest thing in the sky. Pull your knee into your chest and pat that back. And then set the knee down on the mat and roll open to that supported side plank again. If you want to extend this expression, go ahead and lift the left leg up. Or you can send the right leg back for a side plank. Bring the right hand down to the mat. Send the left hand down the mat. Set the right toes back to plank and lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. Lift the left leg high to three-legged dog on the other side. Tip the knee up and open up. Pull the knee into the chest, pat the back, and then set that knee down and roll open to supported plank on the other side. Again, you can float those right feet up off the mat. You can send the left foot back to a full side plank. Cartwheel the right hand down to the mat. Take the knees wide on the mat. Over the hips, over the toes. Your forehead comes down to the mat for for child's pose. Take a big breath in and a long, slow exhale. We're starting to build the fire. Inhale and exhale. While you're down on your forehead, roll the forehead side to side, giving you a little massage. Loosen the fascia that covers all the muscles in the body. Big breath in. Loud, audible exhale out. Inhale, lift your hips up and come up to down dog. Inhale the right leg overhead, three-legged dog. Pull the right knee into the chest, pat the back, and then step that right foot through to the hands. Sometimes you might have to give yourself a little extra hop. And then rise on up to warrior one. Right foot is forward. Your left foot is flat on the mat, but pointed at the top left corner. So if you peek back at that foot, it should be pointing at the top left corner. I want everybody to take their hands to their hips, pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. You should be in 2 lanes of traffic. I had a teacher one time call them like headlights. Imagine your headlights are pointed forward. Arms go up overhead, nice and strong. Ears are between your biceps. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, lower your chest down. Arms swing back into thunderbolt. Perfect for John Carroll streaks. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Lift that chest back up. Exhale, drop the chest. Arms swing back. Don't just drop it into the thigh. I'm kind of engaged and a little off my thigh. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swing those arms back to thunderbolt. Inhale, rise back up to warrior one. And then I'm gonna switch around so I pointed the right way. We are going to swing open to the side to warrior two. Arms are out wide and parallel. Right knee is bent forward. Now my hips are pointing to the side off the mat. Inhale, lift the right palm up and then tip back to reverse warrior. My left arm kind of wrapped around my back, but it can also drop down your thigh. Right arm is up over the head, and your gaze is up at that right hand. Cartwheel the right knee, elbow to the right knee. Left arm comes up straight into the sky, and then drop it overhead into side angle. Nice and strong and supported. Cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Frame that right foot. My left heel picks up. Leaving the left hand down, lift the right to the sky. Pull the right arm back down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left into that plank position. And then flow through. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale to down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lift the left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Pull the left knee into the chest and pull, patting that back. And then step the left foot through to the hands. rise up to warrior one. Again, left foot is pointed forward. Right foot is flat on the mat. And if I trace the line, it would be pointing at the right front corner of the mat. Everybody take your hands to your hips. Make sure they're both forward. Lift the arms overhead. You want to extend this expression to sink a little deeper. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, swing the hands back. Chest comes forward to thunderbolt. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop the chest. Swing the arms back. Inhale, rise up. One more time. Nice little tribute to John Carroll. Inhale, rise up. Back into that nice strong warrior one. And then flip open to warrior two. The right foot is parallel to the back of my mat. Hips are pointing off to the side now. Arms are outstretched. Roll that left palm up and then float it back to reverse warrior. Cartwheel the left elbow to the left knee. Right arm comes up first, reaching for our imaginary rope, and then float that arm overhead to side angle. Cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Right heel comes up off the mat into low lunge. Right hands down, lift the left. Left arm comes down, frames that foot. And this time, instead of stepping back, we're going to step forward into our forward fold. We've done all the forward fold poses. I know it's up for one, so take your hands and place them under your feet, palm side up. Try to get your toes to touch your wrists if possible. If not, the farthest you can go is right here. Just go right here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, root. Rise all the way up. Reaching high overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together into heart center. Coming back to your intention. Inhale, arms up overhead and reach. Exhale, swan dive down, all the way down, touch your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, long neck. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. And then lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale, shoot those hips up to down dog. Our next pose is pigeon. I'm going to show you how to do it on forward, and then also if anybody has any kind of knee injuries, once I get them set up, I'm going to stop and show you how to do it on your back. So feel free to just hang out here in down dog if you already know you don't want to try it going forward. So inhale, lift the right leg up, nice and high. Pull the knee into the chest, back to back, and then set the right knee right behind the left wrist on the mat, and then kind of wiggle your right toes over behind your left hand so that it's parallel with the front of the mat. Your left leg is straight out back. and your right leg is parallel to your right shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Keep the right foot engaged. This is going to protect your knee. Inhale, I like to lift my chest up, my chin up, squeeze the thighs together, and then slowly lower down onto your forearms. Or if you're super flexible, come all the way down flat on the mat. If there's anybody who didn't do pigeon forward, go ahead and roll onto your back. Pull your right knee into your chest, and then take your right knee, your right ankle, and set it on your left knee. We're going to stay in pigeon for about 6 to 8 breaths. If you're on your back, after you get your ankle on your knee, pull that forward towards your chest. This is a great hip opener. We tend to carry stress in our hips, in our shoulders, and in our jaws. So anything that you can do to loosen those up is good. Take big breaths in. We're going to be a little uncomfortable. Send that breath right to the hip. Big exhales. Open that mouth wide. We'll take care of a little bit of our jaw stress too. Big inhale. And then exhale wide. Inhale. And exhale wide. Just enjoy being here, taking care of yourself. And exhale. If you're on your back, slowly lower your feet down to the mat. If you're forward, lift up and come up on your hands. Lift that chest up. Squeeze those inner thighs again. And then ever so slowly drop that right hip down to the mat. We're going to end up in a 4 position. Left leg is long. Right leg is pulled in. The bottom of the foot is on the left thigh. The knee is bent. So your legs look like a little 4. You're on your back, just kind of come up into this position. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Reach for those toes on the left foot. Inhale, you're going to puff up your back a little. Exhale, fold a little deeper. On your next inhale, bring your right arm out to your side. So it's coming right out of your shoulder. And then lift it up over your head, pointing at that left foot. You should feel this stretch in your low back on the right side. I have a good friend who's a dancer and says that this is like one of the only stretches they know to get the side of the low back. So I like to include it. Drop the right hand down to the toes, turning the chest towards the thigh. Rise up. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the right hand behind the glute, left hand to the right thigh. Back to that twist that we did at the beginning of practice. Over that right shoulder. Exhale, twist all the way over to the left. Both hands come down kind of off your mat and just drop the chest for a counter kick. Come back up, extend the left leg long. If you're going to do pigeon on the other side on your back, just go ahead and lower down and pull the left knee in, ankle onto the right knee. If you're going to go back to pigeon on your chest, just swing your legs around on the table tap. Lift your hips up to down dog. Send the left foot back to three-legged dog. Pull the left leg into your chest, tap the back, and then set the left knee behind the left wrist. Wiggle the right toes over behind the right wrist. Sorry, the left toes behind the right wrist. Right leg is out flat behind you. Inhale, lift the chest and chin. Squeeze your inner thighs. And then release and lower down to your forearms. Or drop your chest all the way down if you're flexible enough. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. Getting comfortable in the uncomfortability. Big breath in. And open that mouth wide on the exhale. Send the breath right to that hip flexor. One more big breath in. Big exhale. Inhale, come up onto those hands if you are on the front. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, release. Slowly drop that hip to the left. Swing the right leg around to the front into that floor position. If you are on your back, just drop your legs down, lift up, and then pull that left foot in to make the 4. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, reach for those right toes. On your inhale, feel your back puff up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. On your next inhale, take the left arm out to the side, coming right out of your shoulder. Lift it up overhead and point at the right toes. Feel that stretch in the low back on the left side. Your gaze should be up at the sun. Drop the left hand down, center the chest over the thigh. Rise up. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, the left hand comes behind the left glute. Right hand comes to the left thigh. And you're going to peek out over that left shoulder. Nice big twist. Inhale, come back to center. Twist all the way over to the right. Both hands lay flat on the mat or maybe just off the mat. Drop that chest down for a counter stretch. Inhale, come back up. Extend the left leg long. And we're going to lower all the way back onto our mat. Nice and easy. Inhale. Pull the knees into the chest and squeeze. I like to roll back and forth a little on my low back. We've done lots of stretches on the back. Give it a little massage. Holding the right knee in, extend the left leg long. You can extend it and keep it lifted off the ground, or you can go ahead if you need a minute to rest. Drop that left foot all the way down. Take what you want, leave what you don't. Inhale the left arm overhead, nice and long.
Nice side body stretch. With the left hand, come to the right knee, and we're going to slowly guide the right knee over the left long leg so that the knee is pointing off the left of the mat. Shoulder blades are flat on the mat. Arms come out in a T. I was just reading in my anatomy book, Anatomy for Yoga, that they talk about twists are a great way to teach our nervous system to not fight. So there's the whole fight or flight response. When we're in a twist and we make ourselves uncomfortable, and then go ahead, roll onto your back. As you roll onto your back and extend your leg long, you've taught all the little muscles in your body that we know how to deal with a stressful situation. Pull both knees into your chest and squeeze. I just thought that was really interesting that you're teaching it a pattern, you're teaching your muscles a pattern of not, fighting or fighting. Holding your left knee in, extend your right leg long. Again, you can keep it lifted off the mat or go ahead and lower it. Extend the right arm long. Nice side body stretch, big and long. Reach for that rope, point those toes. And then with your right hand, come to your left knee, guide your left knee over to the right, off the mat. Shoulder blades are flat on the mat. Arms are extended long in a T. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Pull your knees back into your chest. One final squeeze. Bring your chin up to try to touch those knees. And then slowly lower down. Extend the legs long. Inhale, arms up overhead. Big, long, full body stretch. Engage all the muscles from the toes to the fingertips. Your shoulder blades, your quads, your shins. And then exhale, release into the mat, kind of just melt into the mat. Inhale, extend. Try to focus on a different muscle this time, maybe your wrists or your biceps. Engage. Exhale, bring your arms down to your sides, melt into the mat. One more big inhale, engage all the muscles. Exhale and melt into the mat. Toes roll open, palms are up, eyes are closed for our final pose of Shavasana.
slowly begin to bring some awareness into your body. Take a big breath in. Hold it for 1 second. And then a low, long exhale. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Take your gaze over to the right. And then up over to the left. Bend your knees, bring your feet flat onto the mat. Take that gaze over to the right again. Over to the left. Pull your knees into your chest and squeeze. And then roll over to your favorite side, using your bicep as a pillow, staying in that fetal position. Very early on in my yoga career, I had a teacher do this for us, and I love it. It's my favorite message in yoga. And I like the symbolicness of getting in this pose, that no matter what's happened up into this moment, you get the opportunity to begin again, start over, try again, get back up. Slowly make your way up to a seated position, whatever's comfortable for you today. Inhale, the arms up overhead, reaching to the sun. Exhale, the hands down to heart center. Close your eyes, smile. Come back to your intention. Take that intention with you throughout your day. Inhale your thumb knuckles up to your third eye. I'm so very, very proud and delighted to have met all you guys through the virtual class. I love the virtual energy. Can't wait till it's in-person energy. Thank you for taking some time out for yourself today. Together we bow and say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for enjoying Kelly's Island with me.
Thank you, Michelle, so much. We really appreciate your time. This was awesome. This is the best way to start the day, to start the weekend. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can also type anything in the group chat. I just wanted to also take a minute to advertise a couple of our upcoming programs through A.C.E.S. On Thursday, June 25th at 8 p.m., Dr. Andy Welke is going to be presenting the economic impact of the COVID crisis. That's going to be very engaging. We highly recommend that. Tuesday, July 7th, Dr. Colin Swearingen is going to be presenting the political impact of the COVID crisis. And Sarah Scavone is also going to be joining in on that. So feel free to register at jcu.edu at the alumni website. If you would like to reach out to Michelle as well, I've listed her website. It's cultivateyogaspace.com. You can also email me directly too at pzangara@jcu.edu. And anyone else, you can jump in with any comments, like I said, or chat. If not, we thank you so much for joining us. Michelle, enjoy that weekend up there. It's beautiful.
Love you, Michelle. Great job, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was good. Really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Stacy.
And if I could make a little plug.
Hi, Brad.
I normally teach a virtual class at 9 a.m. on Saturdays now. So if you want to drop in, the Cultivate drop-in rate is $5. And if you are in a healthcare or a first responder, but if you're in a healthcare position, you can drop in for free. So there's just a form you have to fill out, but please join us. And if you can't come at 9 a.m. on Saturdays, there's a bunch of other times at Cultivate. It's a great organization.
Cece was there.
And that's at cultivateyogaspace.com. They can
Teaching
get that information.
Works for John Carroll.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.